The Forum of Potential Candidates sues for peace.
Deploy all local assets and assert our statutory powers to deal decisively, firmly, and promptly with any person or groups that may attempt to disrupt the process.
We are committed to a safe and secure space for Nigerians to vote in Saturday's election. That's the assurance of the Acting Inspector General of Police.
We also take the opportunity to reassure our people and nobody should intimidate them.
Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed expresses confidence in APC victory on Saturday's governorship election in Kwara. And the People's Democratic Party held emergency caucus meeting, vows to challenge the outcome of presidential election. Hello and welcome to the Network News on the NTA. I am Kenen Emma Aborike. Joining me from Lagos Studios is Hingino John Adams and Obehi Otobo Apresai from Benin Network Center. The Forum of Presidential Candidates and Political Parties has passed a vote of confidence in the Independent National Electoral Commission for conducting a credible, free and fair election despite some human errors and isolated cases of thuggery and intolerance. This was at a media briefing in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf reports.
The central message of the Forum of Presidential Candidates is that of Nigeria being greater than all. Therefore, the need for all to shelve personal and class interest for the overall development of the country. Chairman of the Forum, Shitu Kabir Mohammed, noted that they are not oblivious of the fact that only one candidate will emerge as president. Now that President Muhammadu Buhari has emerged, they are urging the People's Democratic Party's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, to accept the will of Nigerians.
Why can't we use this opportunity, instead of lambasting the government, to come together, build government of national unity, bring best brain around the world to build our economy for us? This is what we are saying. Put up infrastructures. This is what we are saying. Nobody can hire us. We are not for hire.
The forum also advised those in the habit of reporting Nigeria's internal matters to the international community to henceforth cease, emphasizing that it is not healthy for patriots. Meanwhile, the Integrity Friends for Truth and Peace Initiative, an accredited observer group by the Independent National Electoral Commission, has similarly adjudged the February 23rd Presidential and National Assembly elections as optimally excellent.
We advise all stakeholders to look forward to work for the growth and development of Nigeria based on justice. We also advise all those who lost and those who won to see themselves as victors.
The Observer Group believes that most of the infractions recorded during the February 23rd elections can be avoided during the forthcoming elections and called for government to institute punitive measures against perpetrators of election violence. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NT News.
In the meantime, the Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed has again expressed confidence that the All Progressives Congress APC in Kwara State will record another overwhelming victory across the state in the next round of elections for governorship and state assembly come Saturday. The minister stated this shortly after coming out of a stakeholders and party executive meeting in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Anthony Forson tells us more.
In attendance were local government executives drawn from all the 16 local government areas in the state. After consulting among themselves, they took turns to brief the party leaders of their experience in the last presidential and national assembly election, as well as put before the party leaders their expectations come Saturday. With the briefing over, the minister said,
To re-strategize, that's all, so that we will win with a larger margin than the one we won before. That's what we have, we've been doing. We also take the opportunity to reassure our people and nobody should intimidate them. We've been hearing a lot of reports. They have imported thugs here. They have imported. Look, if anybody does so, it will be risking his life, pure and simple.
Responding to fears over security situation in the state, the minister said there is no cause for alarm.
As a matter of fact, even international observers have agreed that the success of the last election is due largely to the efforts of the security. All we can ask is more security. But you see, if we think that they're going to be a soldier for a polling unit, you can't get that kind of number. But I can assure you that the security, they know what they are doing, and we're only going to appeal to them to probably redouble their efforts.
He also dismissed insinuations that the party in some local government areas is being weighed down by any form of internal crisis. In Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
Now, the People's Democratic Party says it has taken a decision to challenge the outcome of the February 23, 2019 presidential election within the ambit of the law. National chairman of the party, Prince Uche Secondus, stated this at an expanded national caucus meeting held at the party's national secretariat in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf was there.
The agenda of this meeting, attended by the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, is to review the February 23, 2019 presidential and national assembly elections and to strategize towards a better outing in the forthcoming March 9th governorship and state assemblies elections. The party's national chairman, Uche Secondus, explained that the party has decided to go to court over the February 23rd presidential election, and the process is ongoing.
We will seek justice to the last cut of the land, within the law, within the provision of our law, and within the provision of rule of law.
The national chairman thanked the party's supporters and implored them to vote for all the party's candidates in the governorship and state assemblies elections. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
The Federal High Court sitting in Kano has sacked the gubernatorial candidate of the People's Democratic Party for Kano State, Abba Kabir Yusuf. Awal Salisu has the details.
The case was instituted before Justice Louis Alagoa by Ibrahim Ali Aminu, one of the aspirants for governorship under the banner of the People's Democratic Party. He alleged that the party denied him the right to contest primary election, having bought expression and nomination forms. The complainant said he approached the court to interpret whether the party can go ahead to field a candidate for the forthcoming governorship elections in Kano State without conducting primary elections or not. Counsel to the plaintiff tendered before the court a document that showed the party did not conduct primary elections. Justice Louis Alagua averred that some sections of the Electoral Act insist that the party must conduct primary elections to nominate its candidates. He said failure of the party to adhere to the electoral law make PDP vulnerable without gubernatorial candidate for Kano State in the forthcoming gubernatorial elections. Justice Alagua directed that PDP should conduct fresh primary election for the nomination of its standard bearer for the forthcoming governorship elections in Kano State. Counsel to the plaintiff and that of PDP comments.
So as it appears now, the PDP has to put its acts together and ensure that they have another candidate between now and Saturday.
We will look at it and do the needful, honestly speaking. We will look at it and we'll sit down and look at it.
In Kano, Awal Salisu, NTA News.
The three-man panel of appeal in Calabar has recused itself from the appeal filed by Senator John Owaneno, challenging the judgment of the Federal High Court, which sacked him as the APC governorship candidate in the Cross River State alongside many others. The panel disqualified itself based on a petition filed by the factional APC leadership led by Etim John, alleging collection of bribe to compromise the matter. John Etim has the report.
In one of the petitions filed against the panel by the factional Etim John leadership of the APC, the judges were alleged to have collected the sum of 250 million naira bribe to deliver judgment in favor of Owaneno. Counsel to Owaneno, Bernard Afu, says one of the petitions was filed to the National Judicial Commission, which is a non-existent entity.
The candidates of the party as it remains today for the governorship is Senator John Owaneno. The House of Assembly members are those of Senator John Owaneno. Whatever happened today does not affect their candidature.
Counsel to Usani was, however, not available for comments, but the Director General Usani Campaign Organization, Ekpenyong Kobom, speaks on the issues.
We have two court judgments in our favor,
And our brothers on the other side of the divide do not have any judgment that has any consequential benefit to them. So Usani is a determined, lawful Nigerian, and we will push for justice until we exhaust the process of the law.
It is expected that a new panel...
Still talking judiciary, a federal high court in Abuja has dismissed a suit seeking the disqualification of Adamawa State Governor Mohammed Jibril Abindo on the alleged declaration on his educational qualification and date of birth. The presiding judge, Justice Olukayode Adeniyi, gave the order while delivering judgment on the matter. Amarachukwu Omenka reports.
Cooperated Trustee Kingdom Human Rights Foundation had alleged that Governor Bindo supplied false information to INEC in his form CF01. Justice Olukayode Adeniyi said the plaintiff failed to prove the allegation of forgery against the defendant. Justice Adeniyi also affirmed that the court lacked jurisdiction to entertain the suit.
Court delivered this judgment dismissing the case that had been brought to challenge the educational qualifications of Governor Bindo of Adamawa. Fortunately, the case ended in favor of the governor. The case was dismissed, and the court found that as far as the constitutional qualification is concerned, that's section 177 of the Constitution, that the governor is qualified to contest the election. So the case is dismissed.
That on the issue of court, abuse of court process, we disagree with this honorable court.
The plaintiff has signified its intention to appeal the judgment. In Abuja, Omenka Marachuku, NTA News.
Now, Senator-elect for Anambra South Senatorial District, Dr. Ifeanyi Uba, is mobilizing his transformation ambassadors of Nigeria, TAN, to support the APC governorship candidate in Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for Saturday's poll. Dr. Uba, who announced this in Abuja, says his decision is based on the good governance achieved by the APC-led administration at the federal level. Olabode Arewa has the details.
The name TAN would always ring a bell in the recent political history of Nigeria due to the role it played in the 2015 general elections. Now TAN has resurfaced with the election of his founder, Dr. Ifeanyi Uba, who just won the senatorial election on the platform of the Young Progressive Party. When the senator-elect called for media briefing, many thought the agenda would be its emergence. But to the surprise of many, transformation ambassadors of Nigeria, which went low after 2015, was the issue. This time around, TAN is throwing his weight behind the APC's Babajide Sanwo-Olu for the Saturday Guba polls in Lagos. Dr. Ifeanyi Uba believes that APC has provided good governance in Lagos and at the federal level and should be allowed to carry on.
We have told them the importance to support the APC structure and to vote in Sanwo-Olu come Saturday. And work starts tomorrow. Visibly work starts tomorrow, but we have done some underground work period to this press briefing.
Dr. Uba says the result of the consultations will be felt immediately. In Abuja, Olabode Arewa, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Acting Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has once again assured Nigerians and the international community of their unwavering commitment to work closely with the Independent National Electoral Commission and other security agencies towards guaranteeing a peaceful and secure space for Nigerians to exercise their civic responsibility during the forthcoming March 9th governorship and House of Assembly elections. The acting IGP gave the assurance at the post-presidential and National Assembly elections evaluation meeting with strategic police managers in Abuja. Francis Form has the details.
The meeting with strategic police managers is aimed at evaluating the engagement of the police during the post-presidential and National Assembly elections. It is designed to highlight achievements, identify performance gaps, draw lessons and redirect strategies towards sharpening capacity to achieve election security mandate. The meeting is also expected to perfect plans and allocate operational tasks towards the success of the governorship and state assembly elections.
We shall nonetheless deploy all lawful assets and assert our statutory powers to deal decisively, firmly, and promptly with any person or groups that may attempt to disrupt the process.
Acting Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, noted that a total of 323 electoral offenders have so far been arrested for various electoral offenses, while 2 police officers reportedly lost their lives in the line of duty.
I have directed the Special Electoral Offenses Team of the force to undertake detailed and conclusive investigations into all the cases with a view to liaising with the INEC in ensuring their prosecution.
He re-emphasized the police stance to remain civil, firm, optimally professional, and apolitical in the discharge of its duties. In Abuja, Francis Form, NTA News.
You are watching the network news on the NTA. Time now for commercial break.
This used to be me. But that was before I got the perfect bag. It's handy and easy to use. All I need in one compact space, just like my MTN Extra Value plan. I used to get one plan for my calls and then try to remember which data plan worked for me. Roaming was a totally different ballgame. Not anymore. I've got the MTN Extra Value all-in-one plan. If you're a data buff like me, you get extra data with some talk time. And if you like to make calls, you get extra talk time with some data. And when I'm abroad, I automatically browse, chat, and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer. MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
Introducing new Always Cotton Soft. Its unique top sheet is as soft as cotton and gentle to your skin, offering you comfortable protection as you go about your day. New Always Cotton Soft, available in long and extra long for 250 Naira only.
The Youth Directorate of the APC Presidential Campaign Council hereby appreciates and congratulates its teaming members and the entire Nigerian youth for coming out en masse to vote President Muhammadu Buhari. This is an affirmation of your commitment to integrity, steadfastness, and the next level of democratic dividends. This is a resounding victory for every young Nigerian. President Muhammadu Buhari's victory is our victory. The victory will usher in a new dawn of consolidating on achievements made by Baba Buhari. Congratulations to all Nigerian youth. Sponsored by Dr. Tony Woye, Director of Youth Mobilization, APC Presidential Campaign Council.
Getting around heartburn and indigestion can be tricky if you eat too much. Eat food that is too spicy or greasy, or lie down after eating. Heartburn and indigestion could always be around the corner. When they come, be prepared with Gaviscon Double Action. It works within 3 minutes and lasts up to 8 hours. Gaviscon Double Action. Many causes, one solution.
He is Anthony Joshua!
Inner strength? Yeah, that comes from the hard knocks that life throws at us. And we Nigerians, we know all about that.
Oh, a deadly right.
We don't stay down, we get up and fight. Sure, it's about speed, technique, quality of the punches, reach. But the real fight is with myself.
It's the power, but it's the speed as well.
But I can't carry this heavyweight title by myself. There's always got to be someone in my corner. And that's why I believe in Glow. We have that same tenacity, that Nigerian fighting spirit that makes us game changers. You have to dig deep to be a world champion. Yeah, we Nigerians, yeah, we know all about that.
What a fight!
Glow, our halo.
Heavyweight champion of the world!
Once again, it is that time to decide our collective destiny, to enthrone a king with a heart of gold. Dear Ebonians, it is yet morning in our journey to achieve greatness. Let us vote Chief Engineer David Umahi again for a continuation of his pragmatic, people-oriented leadership. When the righteous is on the throne, the people prosper. David Umahi is tried, tested, and trusted. Let's vote him again for a second tenure. He is set to do more. Human and infrastructural development was equitably shared under his administration. Ebonyi State has become the pride of the Southeast, courtesy of engineer David Umahi. Therefore, one good tenure deserves another. Vote David Umahi again for a consolidation of his aspirations. Power belongs to God. This message is brought to you by friends and supporters of Ebonyi State government.
Hey, great news! Oral-B Strong Teeth is introducing a new formula for long-lasting freshness. And strong teeth as always. It just got better. Oral-B Strong Teeth with new formula. Life evolves. You should too. 3G is great. 4G is better. Buy an Airtel SIM to enjoy double data on Nigeria's widest 4G network.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back. 16 gubernatorial candidates from various political parties have withdrawn their candidature and adopted Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje as sole candidate for the forthcoming governorship election. Abdullahi Mustafa reports.
Political parties fielded candidates for the governorship election in Kano State. Less than a week to the polls, 16 candidates withdrew from the race and collapsed their structure into the All Progressive Congress APC. While on a solidarity visit to Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, Ibrahim Bello Gaya of the UPC disclosed that all state assembly contestants from their parties have also shelved their ambition.
So we are a coalition of gubernatorial candidates here in Kano that really come to him and to show him our solidarity to vote for him as our choice governor come 2019, inshallah.
Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje thanked the governorship candidates for identifying with the numerous achievements of the APC government and their decision to join the party. Present during the solidarity rally were governorship candidates of the UPN, AD, AA, UMPP, ADC, and UPC.
In a related development, 32 governorship candidates of various political parties have withdrawn from the race and endorsed Governor Nasiru Ahmed El-Rufai as their sole candidate for next Saturday's polls.
The governorship candidates drawn from 49 political parties under the umbrella of the Kaduna State Progressives Governorship Candidates Forum said supporting Governor Nasir El-Rufai's re-election will consolidate on security, welfare and infrastructural development for the state.
We'll all support and work for the success of Malam Nasiru Ahmed El-Rufai in the upcoming governorship election. Ours is to do everything humanly possible within the confines of the law and the electoral law to ensure that we deliver him as elected and also sworn in as the governor for the next 4 years.
Ben Kure is the Director General of El-Rufai Campaign Council.
He has sent me to thank you, sir, for endorsing him, for having faith in him, for understanding his program and your willingness to go with him in this journey in restoring the glory of Kaduna State and building and rebuilding the broken walls of Kaduna State.
The forum members eulogized the many reforms of the present administration in the state. In Kaduna, Benny Adams, NTA News.
Now, the Buhari Support Group Center, BSGC, congratulates President Muhammadu Buhari on his re-election as president for another term. In a statement by the Director General, BSGC, Umaru Dembo, the group also called on the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar to be a gentleman and accept the result of a credible election affirmed by local and international observers as free and fair. The BSGC expressed appreciation to 8 members nationwide and Nigerians for voting the APC during the presidential and National Assembly elections and assured President Buhari of their unflinching support, loyalty and confidence in taking Nigeria to the next level. For an update on preparation for governorship election in Lagos State, let's join Hingino on these and other stories.
Thank you, Kenneth, and welcome to Lagos. Lagosians have expressed readiness for Saturday's governorship and House of Assembly elections. They spoke with Rotimi Oluwagbemi, who went out to know the level of preparations on the elections.
Some Lagos residents who spoke with NTA News say they are still basking in the euphoria of the outcome of presidential and National Assembly elections. The respondents say they are looking forward to casting their ballots on Saturday night of this month.
We are preparing and Nigerians are preparing too. And we just hope that there will be a free, fair and credible election.
Although I'm very prepared for it and I'm trusting God that it will be peaceful, and I believe God that there will not be too much reading. In fact, there should not be reading at all.
Number one is to get your voter's card, which I've gotten my voter's card. So the next thing is for me to vote for the person I want to vote for.
Personally, I'm prepared. My son here too is prepared because as a good Nigerian, you know the election will come next Saturday. So you have to prepare.
My level of preparation is dependent on the credibility of the previous election.
I will perform my civic right now. I will go out, I will vote. That's all.
I am 100% ready for the election.
I'm fully prepared. By the grace of God, I will come out. I will go and exercise my right.
Me, I'm not voting. Me, I will just be at home. I will just be in my house.
Why?
Anywhere that I want to go and vote, should go and vote.
If I like, I will vote. If I like, I will not vote.
Come this Saturday, we will all go out there and cast our votes.
45 candidates are jostling for the governorship position, while 589 are warming up for the 40 seats in the Lagos State House of Assembly. In Lagos, Rotimi Oluwagbemi, NTA News.
More groups have continued to celebrate the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari with a charge for him to do more for Nigerians. Abolade Salami reports that Katsina state indigenes in Lagos decided to go spiritual in their celebration.
The recitation of the Holy Quran by Muslim clerics set the tone for the special prayer organized by Katsina state indigenes based in Lagos. According to the organizers, the prayer is for President Muhammadu Buhari to achieve his next level agenda for the country.
And our President Muhammadu Buhari, we pray for him, my Almighty Allah, guide him, protect him, give him wisdom to lead us in the next 4 years. Inshallah, I promise you, this country go labu, this country go good. By God's grace, everybody, all the Nigerian people, they know say it's a good place.
The group expressed optimism for the delivery of good governance and the trajectory of growth and development.
President Muhammadu Buhari has no option than to continue to record milestones the way he has been doing. In fact, I expect him that he will improve much more. So we are going to see a second term of more action, more performance, more delivery of the good of the democracy to the people of Nigeria.
The Katsina state indigenes based in Lagos reaffirmed their unalloyed support for the government. In Lagos, Abolade Salami, NTA News.
This is still NTA Network News. More reports with Kene after. Please stay with us.
Data. We can't live without it. Share it. Impress with it. Borrow it.
Up here, calm down, breathe.
Celebrate with it. Breathe easy, knowing that with Glow, data is oxygen.
Nothing satisfies a mother more than seeing a child grow up. But I know as he sweats, he'll face the risk of germs which can cause skin irritation.
That's why you need the new best ever Dettol Cool. Its new advanced formulation with extra menthol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs and gives your family icy cool freshness.
Growing up needs Dettol protection.
I thought leaving the country was the best decision for me and my future.
I left for a better life.
We were picked up by immigration officials and sent to a detention camp.
I spent 8 months in the detention camp.
There was no food, no water.
I saw people being beaten like animals.
Some women were raped. Some women were sold as slaves.
I thought I would never see my loved ones again.
I have made the biggest mistake of my life.
I have wasted all my savings.
I have to start all over again.
Migration is a human phenomenon which cannot be stopped. But if we choose to migrate, we advocate that it should be done in a safe, orderly, regular, and dignified way, and not in a dangerous and tortuous manner. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons.
Our people say health now wealth, so now person wants it to chop now fit to work well. Before this Ogbonge administration, the Tory for Ebonyi na social poverty, abandonment, bad road, plus including hunger with the bite belly. But God send us Messiah, now Apostle Engineer David Nwezo Omahi take over our government. Come summer Ebonyi with better things where they make life sweet. The health matter and welfare of him people lunko, he no carry that one they joke. Even the office of Her Excellency, Chief Mrs. Rachel Logon Omahi from the Family Soccer and Upliftment Program, come they empower widows, orphans, and picking them when life they had. People when no get to chop for Ebonyi, don't they count their blessings? Where this apostle of peace take, they bless them. This man, Dave Omahi, now Baba game changer. So therefore, my people, it go good if all of us take one voice. Say now David Omahi go be our governor again. No, make we vote PDP. Vote Apostle Engineer David Omahi for second tenure. Join this train, oh. Now, friends and supporters of Ebonyi State Governor, they bring on this message, oh.
In Nigeria, there is one sound we need to silence. So let's silence toothache before it starts. With Oral-B all-round protection, its advanced technology helps prevent both tooth holes and gum problems that can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your teeth, giving them all-round protection. Because the only sound we really want to hear is that of our future. For healthier, stronger teeth in 1 week.
What's inside this beautiful house? Inside, there is a very beautiful family. And in this family, there is a lot of love. And inside this love, there's Alpenliebe. And in the center of Alpenliebe, there is a feeling made with rich milk and creamy caramel. Alpenliebe, the milk-filled candy that warms your heart with love. Alpenliebe, bring hearts closer. Now also available in stick pack.
Thank you for staying with us. Moplank Dakok is standing by with business news. So, Moplank, what's happening in the world of business?
Quite a lot, Kene. But we begin from the capital markets, where investors gained 112.88 billion naira on the stock market, which opened the week on a positive note today. The all-share index gained 0.95% to close at 32,129.94, while market capitalization rose to 11.981 trillion naira. The day's performance was driven by gains in Mark Nichols, Cortex, and Nigerian Police Microfinance Bank. The top-traded stocks by volume were Diamond, UBA, and Zenith Banks, while Zenith Bank recorded the top-traded stocks by value. Performance across all sectors was also positive, and year-to-date returns currently stands at plus 2.23%. The Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NIT, has said that Nigeria has lost at least $16 billion in 10 years due to non-review of the 1993 production sharing contracts, PSC, with oil companies. NITE, in one of the highlights of the latest report, said that the losses were recorded between 2008 and 2017. It advocates an urgent review of the PSCs to stem the huge revenue losses to the country, and added that the review was particularly important for Nigeria because oil production from PSCs had surpassed production from joint ventures. In a similar development, the International Board of the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, EITI, has ranked Nigeria as having made satisfactory progress in the implementation of its principles in the extractive industry. The global body also applauded Nigeria for using the EITI process to shape reforms and improve transparency in the extractive sector. This is the second time Nigeria is getting the highest ranking of EITI.
We have been on course in implementing EITI for the past 15 years. We started implementing it in 2004. And Nigeria is actually one of the leaders in the implementation of EITI across the world. But this is a reinforcement, a confirmation of what we have always known.
That's business news. Kene, it's back to you.
Thank you, Moplang. Now let's talk electricity, as residents of Kubwa and its environs in the federal capital city can now breathe a sigh of relief after about 18 months of epileptic power supply in the area. This is following a maintenance work on one of the 260 MV 123 kV transformer supplying the area. Doing Deer has the details.
The 60 MV 132/133 kVA transformer is one of the special equipment brought into the country to boost power supply in Kubwa and its environment. The unexpected breakdown in August 2017 resulted in an epileptic supply of electricity owing to the massive loading sharing. To repair the equipment in 2017, a whopping sum of 25 million naira and the services of foreign engineers was required. Today, however, the narrative is changing as the transmission company of Nigeria is rising up to the task using local content initiative. The attempt, according to the company, if successful, would drive the energy generation and supply to an appreciable level.
Looking at the investment in terms of transformer, we are also looking at the quality of power. You remember, we have achieved frequency control that have never been achieved in the history of this country. You will soon see that what you call system collab will be a thing of the past.
Acting Director, Transformers and Reactor, Usman Umar, is the team leader.
In fact, if we have workshop, we can even machine a transformer.
In less than 2 weeks, this 60 MV 132/133 kVA transformer will be deployed to Kubwa. And this is a good pointer to the fact that this present administration is committed to the improvement of the power sector in Nigeria using local content. In Abuja, Doing Deer, NT News.
Following the reported invasion and looting of the Presidential Amnesty Program's Vocational Training Center in Kayama, Bayelsa State last month, the coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Professor Charles Kweka Dokubo, has inaugurated a 6-man special investigative panel to probe into the incidents. Joseph Johnson reports.
On the eve of inauguration of the Presidential Amnesty Program's Vocational Training Center in Kayama, unknown persons and their accomplices were said to have overpowered security personnel guarding the ultra-modern training center, looting virtually all movable government assets in the facility. This, the coordinator Presidential Amnesty Program, Professor Charles Dokubo, says is unacceptable, emphasizing that all the perpetrators of the nefarious act must be severely punished according to laid down laws.
I believe that with this committee, we are going to find the root of the problem. Whoever is culpable will not be spared. Please, do your work with open hearts and open minds. And I will always be there to support you.
We are going to do our best to unravel what has happened, and without fear or favor, we are going to give you a very detailed report.
The 6-man special investigative panel has 7 working days to complete investigations and submit the report for further actions. Joseph Johnson, NTA News.
And from our Benin Center, let's join Obehi Otobo Apresai for stories making the rounds.
Hello, Kenneth. Thanks for joining us in Benin. The Benin monarch, Oba II, on behalf of the Benin royal family, Edo State Council of Traditional Rulers, chiefs, and the people of Edo State, has congratulated President Muhammadu Buhari on his victory at the polls. In a congratulatory message he signed, the Oba says he has no doubt that the president will further improve on the good works which he carried out since his administration started in 2015. He prayed God Almighty to continue to give the president good health, wisdom, and the wherewithal to steer the ship of the nation to the next level. There is hope in sight that the National Housing Project under the Ministry of Power Works and Housing in Ekiti State will be delivered by April this year. This came to the fore when the Zonal Director Southwest of the National Housing Program, Olasukami Dumoye, inspected the project. Ayodeji Ogunshakin reports.
The National Housing Program, which commenced in 2017 at the site, was to empower people and provide housing for Nigerians. The housing project, which comprised 74 units of 1, 2, and 3 detached bungalow units, is being handled by 16 contractors, 12 for buildings, 4 for infrastructure, as well as provide jobs for about 1,750 skilled and unskilled laborers. While some of the housing units have been completed, some were at the advanced stage of completion. While some contractors are on the site, parts of the housing units are unattended to.
Really surprised that there are some contractors that are yet to report after how many years. We are going to determine that contract and reward it to some other contractors. It's one of the reasons why Nigeria quickly exited recession. This is one of the projects because government spent a lot of money on this project and it empowered our people and people got employed.
The federal government is also attending to the access road to the housing estate as part of the agreement with the state government for the location of the project sites. In Ekiti, Ayodeji Ogunshakin, NTA News.
And from housing to health, primary health care in Edo has received a boost as Governor Godwin Obaseki inaugurates a 17-member Edo State Primary Health Care Development Governing Board. Their task is to ensure efficient, accessible, and responsive health care, especially at the grassroots. Goodluck Enaine reports.
Primary health centers are usually the first port of call for patients. There are a good number of these centers across the 18 local government areas of Edo State, but sadly, most of them lack adequate personnel and equipment to handle cases. These cases become emergencies and sometimes deteriorate into an epidemic, as in the case of outbreak and spread of Lassa fever. The attendant consequence is the overcrowding of secondary and tertiary health institutions and increased cost of accessing health services. It is to check this trend that the governor is taking steps to reform the health centers.
That's the foundation on which the healthcare system rests. So any reform that does not start at that level and is not grounded there cannot be sustained.
The board, headed by Dr. Victor Yekepolo, is to manage the new 20 pilot PSCs already built and equipped 6 months ago. Government in the coming weeks says it will commence work on 200 other centers to promote preventive, curative, and rehabilitative services in Benin. Goodluck Enaine, NTA News.
Kenya in Abuja returns with more reports after this break. Please stay with us.
Thanks, Obehi. Now, there are strong signals that the world may face fresh environmental and health challenges if precautionary measures are not taken to restore the decreasing rate of wildlife. This observation was made by experts as the world marks the International Wildlife Day. Mia Ogidi tells us more.
They are untamed, so cruel in action. And in this cruelty lies their usefulness to humanity, as they maintain healthy ecological balance. Poaching and hunting them for jewelry, meat and leather are great factors contributing to wildlife extinction. Wildlife is now a victim to modern-day trafficking. For instance, this baby chimpanzee was trafficked from Nigeria to India last year, but was intercepted in Istanbul, Turkey, and was returned to Nigeria. The buyer was waiting to get it at $12 million in India. And in Oyo, Akwa Ibom State, the Nigeria Customs Service intercepted 600 different species of wildlife on their way to Europe and handed over to the University of Oyo for practicals. These are just few cases of man's inhumanity to wildlife. So, the Federal Ministry of Environment in Nigeria, in its 2019 World Wildlife Day, is concerned on how to expand the protection level of these endangered species.
The National Park Service has recently submitted a proposal for the establishment of 10 additional national parks, including a marine national park in Bayelsa State,
as well as scaling up support for initiatives that have proved successful.
When properly taken care of, wildlife can be a major revenue earner, create conducive environment for humanity, and great breakthroughs in the nation's pharmaceutical industry. Mie Okede, NT News.
You are watching the news at 9. Another commercial break beckons.
The 2019 general elections this week on NTA Tuesday Live. Plus, focus on governorship, state assemblies, and local government elections. NTA Tuesday Live every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. promises to be incisive and informative. Don't miss it.
We are the strongest, no challenge can stop us, oh Lord, and we are the brightest, no darkness can blind us, we are the strongest.
Malta Guinness is packed with B vitamins to fuel your greatness on the go.
Here you go.
Madam.
That's it. Those naira are enough.
Hi, dear. Helen! You got so much even after spending so little.
Savings is such a necessity.
You save everywhere, but here, you lose it all.
How?
With this?
Impossible.
New Tika Apic 10X. Even after applying up to 1 liter of your solution multiple times, you won't get the same cleaning that Apic gives you in a single round.
And the expense?
Far less compared to your 1 liter of solution. New Tika Apic. Tough in cleaning,
tough in savings.
Sore throats, it's often caused by bacteria and viruses. Feels like they're having a party. You need Strepsils. It soothes the pain, plus it fights the germs with 2 germ-killing actives. Double power in 1 lozenge. Bye-bye sore throat. Take Strepsils.
Your perfect family is under threat by germs. Infectious diseases are now the world's biggest killer of adults and children. These infectious diseases are caused by germs. They are everywhere. An average human being comes in contact with over 1 million germs daily in unclean water, dirty surfaces, in the toilets, on cuts and wounds, on your clothes. Germs can cause deadly diseases like typhoid, diarrhea, flu, and cough. To protect your family from germs, use the power of Dettol's 1 capsule for surface cleaning in your bathing water, in your laundry water, for first aid to protect your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Introducing Dettol Antiseptic Liquid in Sachet for only 40 naira.
Endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
Welcome back as we bring you news from other parts of the globe with Adamu Ado also.
Glad to have you join us on this segment of the news. Helicopter crash in Central Island National Park in northern Kenya on Sunday, killing 4 American tourists and their Kenyan pilot. The cause of the crash is not known. However, local media say the pilot, Mario Moganga, once worked for the country's deputy president and had extensive training and experience. He had previously served as the Kenyan Defense Forces pilot, but had been working for a private firm since March 2017. The accident comes just 3 weeks after a separate plane crash in Kenya, which killed 5 people, including 3 Americans. The United States has officially closed its consulate in Jerusalem, downgrading the status of its main diplomatic mission in Palestine by folding it into the U.S. Embassy to Israel. For decades, the consulate functioned as de facto embassy to the Palestinian, leaving the Palestine issues to be handled by the Palestinian Affairs Unit under the command of the embassy. Palestinian leaders see the decision as another move against them by the U.S. President Donald Trump's administration. And authorities say at least 23 people have been killed as tornadoes struck Lee County in eastern Alabama of the United States of America. The county sheriff, Jay Jones, said there had been catastrophic damage and there were fears more bodies would be found. The number of injured is not yet known. Reports, however, say the most devastating tornadoes struck around the area, carving a path at least half a mile wide. The National Weather Service classified it as at least an EF-3, meaning winds of up to 165 miles per hour. That is it from here. Thank you for watching. I am Adamawa.
Now, senior special assistant to the president on foreign affairs and diaspora, Abike Dabiri Erewa, has congratulated US-based Nigerian mixed martial artist Kamaru Usman for defeating American Tyron Woodley, thus becoming the first African fighter to win an Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC title. The presidential aide urged Usman to continue to use his God-given talent to benefit the mankind, especially the African youths in the diaspora. And the sports update, Nigeria's female wrestler Odunayo Adekuroye shines at international tournament as Sokoto State constructs first beach volleyball court in readiness for a national tournament. Olumide Eguntola has these and more on Sports Update.
Odunayo Adekuroye won the German Grand Prix wrestling tournament, defeating her arch-rival Borke Serena of Germany 10-0 in the final to emerge champion. She also won bronze medal at the Bulgaria Ranking Series tournament, defeating Sarah Lidberg of Sweden 10-0 via superiority to claim bronze at the tournament.
I have a good start, and it's a road to Tokyo 2020 Olympics.
So delighted that she fought it out and she won the Grand Prix.
In badminton, Nigeria's top seed players Dorcas Adeshokun and Anu Okpeyori lost in the men and women single events in the quarterfinals of the just concluded Kenya International Badminton Championship, while the duo of Anu Okpeyori and Godwin Olofua lost in the semi-final of the male doubles event. Our grassroots football competition focused on giving aspiring professional footballers a chance to be picked by clubs has been held in Lagos. The one-day Doxa mini tournament and scouting competition, which featured 8 youth teams in Lagos, seeks to connect amateur players with the right football opportunities.
So what we've decided to do is to try to create a competition like this to unearth talents, get to see them.
In preparations for the first Caliphate Beach Volleyball Tournament, Sokoto Volleyball Association has constructed a beach volleyball court at the Madam Fodio University Teaching Hospital. The court, constructed by experts, will also assist the state to produce beach volleyball players for the national team.
Players that can represent not even the state, even the country, and even the Africa at large.
Stakeholders said it will also enhance rapid development of the game of beach volleyball in Sokoto State. With Sports Update, Olumide Guntola, NT News.
Let's check the weather outlook.
So, welcome to Forecast for Tuesday. The weather features shows moisture build-up into the atmosphere, and this suggests rainfall over the south and part of the north central, as we expect sunny and dry conditions over the extreme northern part of the country. The north central will witness some partly cloudy to cloudy conditions, while the south should expect cloudy conditions, with the exception of the Ekiti-Calabar axis, where thundery and thunderstorms are likely. The southern cities will witness some build-up in the afternoon to give rise to thunderstorms around this region. The north central will witness some thundery activities as well, places like Mambila, part of Abuja and their environ, while the extreme north should remain the same weather-wise. I leave you with temperature forecast. Thank you for watching. I am Oluchukwu Anoku. Bye for now.
NTA's pre-election program, The Ballot, returns tonight at 10:05 p.m. with a focus on the state polls. Do join us as it promises to be exciting.